What's up, everyone? Aaron Negler here with Cheesehead TV, coming to you live at 8 p.m.-ish Eastern on a Monday night. I'm several in. It's Drunk Cheese. What's up, everyone? Hope you're all having a fantastic time, quarantined wherever you are in this fair country of ours, as the NFL offseason rolls on, and we try to discern what Brian Gutekunst and company at 1265 Lombardi are doing with our fair team. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I wouldn't love a little bit more action on the part of the green and gold, but in Goody we trust. So here we sit, drinking while the country falls apart around us, and the Packers still exist. And that's pretty much what I'm clinging to now. The love of my daughters and the fact that the green and gold are still a going concern. And that's pretty much what keeps me going day in and day out. Hello to everyone in the comments section. And yes, the emoji tweets. I'm done. I'm over. Tremont, buddy, you broke me. First, we had Lane Taylor doing the GIF like this, and we had Elton Jenkins with the dots, and tonight we got Tremont with the eyeballs. I'm done. I'm over it. The Packers people, whatever's going on behind it, whether you're cutting Lane Taylor, whether you're trading for OBJ, whether you're dissolving the team, whatever you're doing, let me know, because I'm about to throw myself out the window. Because I'm going crazy, because we're all quarantined. We got nothing else to do but consume stuff on the internet. And then you all throw out this cryptic bullshit where I'm like, this is my life you're dealing with here. You're playing with me like a plaything. It's not appreciated. Is Dean Lowry worth his contract? Steven with the hard-hitting question to start us off tonight. Worth it? Sure. Why not? Deserves got nothing to do with it, as Clint so famously said in Unforgiven. Hello, whoever's texting me. Hey, what's up? Sup, Packers? What's up, Oscar? How you doing? What's the plan to stop the run this year? Mostly prayer. I mean, they'll, throw out some maybe 3-man lines every once in a while because Pettin's like, oh, wait, we're getting gouged by the run. We better throw out some big guys. And then, they'll get gouged. And Aaron Rodgers and company will put up some points and they'll win by 3 and everything will be like, oh, it's fine. They won. And then they'll get gashed again the next week. And then they'll be like, oh, we should do something about this. And then they hope like a Howard Green or a Grady Jackson gets cut that they can find on the waiver wire. And then they're like, oh, yeah, we solved the problem. We knew that was going to happen all along. Even though it's a total dereliction of duty during the offseason that we didn't address it, we're fine. Probably something along those lines. Killing the self-isolation. I'm trying. Grassi's in here. What's up, Grassi? What is up, my friend? How you doing? Hey, salute to you because you are killing it on the YouTube game and you do the shit I could never do. Should the Packers do this ridiculously stupid move? Cue a 5-minute Grassi video, which basically says, no, they shouldn't do that. But you know what? I can't bullshit for 5 minutes, but you can, my friend. And that's why you're fucking killing it on YouTube. Salute to you, brother. Jake, thanks for the super chat. Seems there is plenty of quality D linemen still available. Hope we get Kenny some help. Jake, all I ask is for all I want. Hold on a second. Hold on. Did you hear my knees crack? That was awesome. That's some compelling content. Here we go. You know what I want? You know all I want? You know what I want? I just want some snacks. Is that so hard? Is that so much to ask? I just want some snacks. I don't ask for a full meal. I don't want a 5-course dinner. I don't even need dessert. I don't want your cappuccino at the end of the night. I just want some snacks. Is that so wrong? I don't think so. Oh, he drunk. Yeah, well, I said, hey, I titled it Drunk Cheese. I've been drinking. I told everybody on Twitter I was going to be drunk tonight, and I'm drunk. That's where it's at. It's where it's at. We're 1 week in to quarantine, and I'm drunk. What's up? Why are people texting me? I'm live, people. I'm disgusted with Goody this offseason. Okay, Steven. Relax with disgusted. Okay, just relax. I get it. He hasn't been active, but he said he wasn't going to be active. Come on now. Come on. Disgusted? Really? Disappointed? I would have accepted. I would have explained away why he's doing what he's doing. And you would have been like, no, I'm still disappointed. And that'd have been fine. We would part our ways. But like really disgusted. Understand the words you're using. Disgusted? Really? Really? Come on now. Patrick Queen or Kenneth Murray? Johnny, I'm there with you, buddy. I prefer Kenneth Murray. He's my boy. He's my draft crush. But I'll take either one. But here's the thing. As I said earlier this evening on Twitter, I mean, it's pretty obvious. They have devalued inside linebacker and wide receiver, especially in the first round, for a long time. And now, oh, shocker, their biggest needs are inside linebacker and wide receiver. It's almost like if you devalue a position, it goes to shit. Shocker. But, you know, they've done that. That has been their way, and they have been productive, and they have won a lot of games. But now it stands, oh, hey, we need an inside linebacker, and we need a wide receiver, and we have the 30th overall pick. Guess what? There's no way they're picking an inside linebacker or a wide receiver at 30. I'll be absolutely shocked if they do. Because look, you know, when was the last time they took a wide receiver in the first? Javon King Walker? Come on. I mean, I will say this, though. The last time they were at 30 and they traded back, they got Jordy. So that's our one hope. That's our one little kind of nugget that we can hold on to, that maybe they can find somebody. We'll see. All right, Oren, thanks for the super chat. At least Gutekunst doesn't wreck the cap like the Rams. The Rams have been in the Super Bowl more recently than the Packers. That's all I'm going to say about that. Breaking news, the Vikings horn has coronavirus. Dustin, wouldn't that be lovely if that fucking horrible sound could get that horrible virus? Aaron's on the sauce again. Again? Aaron never left the sauce. Craig, thanks for the super chat. Nags, third week into my successful cancer surgery recovery, and Grassi's and your content has kept me going through the pain. Keep it up, brothers. Craig? All right, I'm a little lit, so I'm going to try and keep this as straight and narrow as I can. Thank you for supporting Cheesehead TV. Bless you for what you're going through, brother. I hope you come out on the other end, sunny side of the street. Thank you so much. That it means the world to me that you're here in the midst of your recovery to, try to take your mind off whatever's going on in life. Thank you so very much. It means a lot. Super Edge 99, thanks for the super chat. Compare EQ and MVS to this year's second round talent. Oh, the Packers can find a wide receiver exponentially better than EQ and MVS. And that is not to take away from either of those young gentlemen, because I do think both of them can still contribute to the Packers. But this class of wide receiver is far and away 10 times better than anything we've seen for probably over a decade, if not longer, at the wide receiver position. If they don't get somebody at 30, don't freak out. You know, hell, the Redskins found a bona fide future number one wide receiver at like in the 70s last year. The Packers can definitely find someone in the 60 pick range. With the obvious lack of incompetence from teams like the Rams, Lions, Texans, etc., aren't you glad the Packers have the discipline and patience of Gutekunst at GM? Frank, for the most part, yes, I am. But, you know, the move that the Seahawks made today, trading for, a starter at corner for a 5th round pick. I put it out there on Twitter earlier. It does make me kind of wonder, pontificate, if you will, if Gutekunst and or the Packers are just much like when Ted was in charge, are a little too precious about the roster they have on hand. I understand staying the course, letting guys develop. I get that. I'm not begrudging that. I'm not dismissing it. I understand the thinking behind it. But at the same time, I definitely think there are players out there along the NFL landscape, whether free agents or available via via trade, that could improve the roster, could improve the talent level. But Gutekunst, much like Ted before him, seems, and it's still early in his tenure, so I can't completely paint him with this brush, but he seems content to let his guys mature, okay, this guy has been terrible, but I will allow him to continue to, quote unquote, develop, rather than cut bait, much like Ron Wolf would have, churn the roster, bring in someone else. Again, it's very early in Gutekunst's tenure, so I'm willing to let it play out and say, let's see how it goes. But that's where, I see a move like that, and I'm like, Packers could have used another corner. Not like they're set. Not like Tramon Williams coming back at age 39 or whatever is going to improve in a way that trading a 5th round pick for a starting caliber corner would have. Now that they're going to bring back Tramon, I don't know. But that's where I stand. Einhorn, thanks for this super chat. Oh, God, where'd it go? Yeah, but they lost. Come on, Nagy. They lost what? What'd they lose? I'm confused on that comment, but thanks. AJ Vincent, thanks for the super chat. Very generous of you. Thank you for the content. Put this towards your next few drinks of choice. Is Rodgers in year 2 with LaFleur much different than year 1? I doubt much different, a little different. I think the offense will look a little different. I think they'll be less reliant on the McCarthy stuff that Rodgers was comfortable with. I think you'll see less spread stuff, less 5 wide, less empty backfield stuff. Not a ton less, but noticeably less. Is he, what did you say, much different? No. He is who he is at this point. He's always going to be the guy we saw last year in this system. I think they can rein him in a little bit. I think we'll see a little bit more reliant on play action, which I think is a good thing because it was incredibly effective last year. But it's, push comes to shove, Rodgers is going to want to get outside the pocket and make something happen. It's who he is, who he's always been. Playing from the pocket has never been his forte and or default setting. Unless he's injured and can't move. And hey, go look at the second half against the Bears in 2018. Go look at the playoff run after he hurt his calf against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in 2014. If he's forced to play from the pocket, he can be fucking awesome. He just refuses to do it. And that's fine, because then you get things like 2016 when they ran the table and he was on like God mode for weeks on end, which is great until you get to Atlanta and everything falls apart. But I understand and I totally get it. He is who he is, and he's not going to change. And he's won 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl because of it. And I'm on board. But I do think it would behoove him and the offense and the team and the franchise in general if he were to buy in a little bit more to what LaFleur is selling. I'm not holding my breath waiting for that to happen, though. What are your thoughts on drafting DeAndre Swift if he falls to 30? Ooh, that way you still have a great back, and if you don't want to spend money on Aaron Jones as a free agent. All right. Wow. Well, if he falls to 30, I think they'd give it consideration just because of, you look at, obviously this wasn't Gutekunst's call, but when Eddie Lacy fell to the second round, they took him because they felt it was an incredible value and they didn't think he would be there. Maybe they make that call. I doubt it. I really doubt it. I do think they'll come to an agreement with Aaron Jones. There's been reported interest on both sides. They have talked. They spoke at the combine. I tend to think they will draft a running back in this draft, but I will be absolutely shocked if it happens early. I think it'll be a day 3 pick. What will it take for Leroy Butler to enter the Hall of Fame? Dustin, don't get me started. You guys know I'm drunk, so I don't want to get going, but fuck the Hall of Fame. It's such bullshit. It's so fucking ridiculous that Leroy Butler isn't in it. And it is beyond fucking ridiculous that Leroy Butler isn't in over fucking Steve Atwater, who he's exponentially better than. I mean, that alone should tell you what a farce the Hall of Fame is. I mean, forget the fact that, Terrell Davis is in, but Sterling Sharp isn't, simply because Terrell Davis has a ring on his finger. But as a pure player of the game of football, Sterling Sharp was 1 quadrillion% better than Terrell Davis. But Sterling Sharp sits at home while Terrell Davis has a yellow jacket. It's fucking bullshit. That's all I have to say about that. Dustin, thanks for the super chat. Dustin, sorry I'm late. Homeschool ran long. We signed BJ Raji yet? Not yet, Dustin, but I have faith. Keep the faith, brother. Robert Brooks, he perfected the Lambeau leap. That man could jump. I agree, man. What else we got here? Man's got the right to drink and cheese. I mean, in these days of quarantine, what else is there? I mean, let's some real talk here. I literally woke up 20, 15 feet from where I'm sitting. I came, I showered over there, came out here, I sat right here. I've worked here all day. I got up a couple times to eat lunch, and I'm still here. So you know what? Getting it right. I'm going to speak my mind, yo. What's up? How y'all doing? You know who my free agent crush is? Swervin' motherfucking Irvin. I hear you. I hope they bring him back. I'm kind of flabbergasted that they haven't already. The man completely revitalized the return game, saving them from ineptitude historically, and then definitely added something to the offense, whether as a decoy or as an actual participant. I sincerely hope they're not nickel and diming him, because he could be a legit weapon. No question. What should LaFleur do to avoid a second-year disaster like Nagy? Not employ Mitch Trubisky as his quarterback. No. I mean, seriously, though, that is a legit fear. Look, the Packers won a lot of games. A lot of them were close. And some of that was down to luck. There's no question about it. And you can't change that. A regression to the mean is inevitable. The things you can control are putting the guys on the field as much as you did or didn't in 2019, which I think LaFleur did a great job of pressing those buttons, which I think led to their overall health. Some of that will also regress to the mean. But look, you got to get, for the most part, better in the red zone and or at the 1 yard line. I mean, that's something that really plagued them at times in 2019. And look, the Bears regressed for the most part, not completely. And I joke about Trubisky, but for the most part, they lived off turnovers in 2017, or 2018, which they couldn't replicate in 2019. I think for the most part, the Packers can replicate a lot of their success from last year. I think the red zone defense was really good. The explosive plays and the run defense are where they have to improve. A lot of that is down to Mike Pettin. And, LaFleur put his weight behind Pettin by bringing him back rather than getting his own guy. So he's already kind of done what he can do in that regard. He's made it very incumbent upon Pettin. And hey, let's not forget, during the combine, when LaFleur mentioned very publicly into a microphone in front of cameras that, quote, I've been spending a lot of time in the defensive meetings, unquote. That would tell me that he's much more invested / involved / putting his stamp on what he wants on the defensive side of the ball. Now, it's very early. It's even the beginning of the offseason, so who knows what, weight that actually carries. But it would seem that this is a do or die year for Mike Pettin under LaFleur, anyway. I got a fever and the only prescription is drunk cheese. Amen. Why did Kenny Clark disappear for stretches this season? Can't disagree with your assessment more. I don't think he disappeared. I think teams were smart about going away from him. I think teams did a really good job of game planning around him and or double teaming / making sure they went away from his vicinity. But you certainly saw him come alive down the stretch and take things over. That is why I've repeatedly said they need help up front. It's not like teams are, oh, wait, here's our choice. We can either double team / concentrate on the coupling of Dean Lowry and or Tyler Lancaster, or we can concentrate our full offensive protection firepower against one Kenny Clark. Now, where are you going to go if you're an offensive coordinator? Now, you bring in a Snacks Harrison. Give me my snacks. You got to start making a choice, especially on early downs. That's all I'm saying. Worst trade / move in free agency in the league this offseason. Craig, if you're talking trade, it's 1,000,000,000% the Hopkins trade. There's no question about it. Free agency move, it's the Bears signing Jimmy Graham. Come on. Or as one local Chicago columnist put it, signing the chalk outline of Jimmy Graham's career. God damn, that's a good line. I wish I'd thought of it. What are you drinking? Good question. What am I drinking? Bullet Rye. This is Bullet Rye. What do you think about Mims at 30? I fucking love Mims at 30. How's that? With Kenobi in the works, what would you like to be the next a Star Wars story? Qui-Gon? No Qui-Gon. And look, they've delayed Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Disney Plus show, because it was, quote, too much like The Mandalorian. Look, it was always going to be like that because The Mandalorian was so retrofitted to appeal to original trilogy fans, which is fine. I'm down with it. But Kathleen Kennedy, you got to stop greenlighting shit and then being like, oh, wait. No, just let people go. The fact that she fired Lord Miller, the kings of fucking cinema at the moment. I mean, every single fucking thing they've worked on is fucking gold. But she fires them in favor of milquetoast Ron Howard halfway through Solo. Just let people be fucking artists. Imagine, George Lucas fought his whole fucking life against the studio system, against interfering bullshit like Kathleen Kennedy. And then she comes in and is like, oh no, we need milquetoast bullshit to make it okay. Come on. Come on. Her one saving grace is that she let Rian Johnson be Rian Johnson. But everybody else, it's like, oh no, Colin Trevorrow, his script's problematic. No, we got to fire him. Wait. Oh, Lord Miller, I'm doing things differently. It's not like we do it in Star Wars. Yeah, that's a good thing. No, we got to fire them. Gareth Edwards, he's never made a movie like this. No kidding. You hired him after he did Monster, which is done on a fucking iPhone, and you hired him. Let him make the movie. I'm so over it. And then Lucasfilm goes around and is like, oh, we're going to do this Jedi thing from 1,000 generations ago, that blah, blah. I'm so sick of lightsabers. I'm so sick of Jedi. Just give me stories with characters that have nothing to do with family fucking shit and relations and Jedi and the Force. Fuck all that. Just give me stories in that galaxy from far, far away. I want smugglers. I want problematic issues and blasters and spaceships and dogfights and Star Wars. It's been taken over by the the mythology of it all. Which when I was a kid, like no one gave a shit about any of that. Anyway, I'm going off on Star Wars here. Why are people texting me? I don't get it. Jake, thanks for the super chat. More likely to pick at 30 or trade down? Woo! Well, that's a crystal ball question, and it's impossible to know. I would tend to think a pick is more likely, but it's Gutekunst. It's the Packers. I would never rule out a trade down, which will be so much fun if we do when we do a live stream here at Cheesehead TV, and the Packers are on the clock, and we've waited like 3-4 hours for them to pick, and then they trade out into the second round. Can't wait. Let's get a Cad Bane show. Bye. You are onto it right now. That would be fucking awesome. Cad Bane would be awesome. Now you're talking. Do you see that Hasselbeck talk about Jameis to Green Bay? I did. And you know what? I'm 100% in. I mentioned it about a week ago. I think Packers would be a fantabulous spot for him to land. Sit behind the most risk-averse quarterback in the land. What better place for the biggest gunslinger in the league to sit and wait? Sit on the bench and watch a guy go, oh, right, I can take a sack. I don't have to throw it up. I don't think that's the world's worst idea at all. Austin, thanks for the super chat. Hi, Nags. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely might we trade up? Well, okay, I'll give a shout out. I don't know the follower's name, but a follower on Twitter pointed this out. And I very much agree with this thinking. If, say, Murray falls down to the Seahawks pick, which is a couple above us. Schneider and Gutekunst have been trade partners the last couple of years. And Murray would undoubtedly be a target for the Baltimore Ravens, which I've seen a number of times he's been taken on mock drafts by the Ravens, who I believe are like the pick right before the Packers. It would not surprise me in the slightest to see the Packers jump up specifically to get ahead of the Ravens to take Murray, with the Seahawks, who, as always, need some draft picks because they're always trading them away to get guys. That kind of trade wouldn't surprise me. But a big trade up, like a monster move up into like the top 15 even, that would shock me. That would absolutely shock me. All right, everyone. I'm going to have to jump. I can't thank you guys enough for sticking around here for Drunk Cheese on a Monday night. Hey, maybe we'll do this every night this week. What do you say? Fuck it, right? Come on. I mean, we're just hanging out. We're just talking Packers, right? But seriously, I can't thank you guys enough for making Cheesehead TV part of your Packers consumption online. I know it's weird times right now, and this is hopefully a bit of a respite, a bit of a distraction for you guys. We at Cheesehead TV are working on the draft guide, which will be available probably April 1st. And if you're a Patreon member, patreon.com/cheeseheadtv, you'll get exclusive early access to that. It is the only draft guide that I know of that is designed specifically for Packers fans. That'll come out soon. That is close to completion. If you want to join Patreon, patreon.com/cheeseheadtv, all we ask is $5 a month. It supports not only what we do here on the video side, but on the website, social, everything we do. And hey, if that's too much, I know times are weird, times are tough. All you got to do to show your support for Cheesehead TV is hit like on this video. Better yet, hit subscribe on the channel. It means the world to us. Can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great night. Go Pack Go.